Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another review. Today we're going to talk about the Mezco 112 Collective 2-pack Golden Age Batman and Two-Face 2-pack. Let's get started. I don't even know where to begin, how to jump around this, so I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Let's start with Two-Face first. Two-Face shares basically the similar body as his regular release version, but I really love the way this suit came out. It just screams classic Dick Sprang style art. I really do love it. And I like that the green on the face just really shines really nicely. Let's see if I can focus up on the head sculpt real quickly, because let me see if I can break it down. Break it down, y'all. Here we go. Pop the head off. Let's see if I can focus on this sculpt. Yeah. Now I gotta say, this looks phenomenally done. Look at that design, y'all. I really like how this is going. I really do wish that we would have gotten the head and neck separate joint, but I could kind of understand why they did it, because they wanted it to line up with the way the head is, so that makes sense. But man, this came out really, really good. I really like how this came out. And then, like I said, we popped that bad boy back on. And we could talk about our very nice suit design here, because the purple and orange is really popping right now. My man was fashion forward even for the Dick Sprang style, right? Our jacket is not wired on the sides, but it is wired at the bottom. We can hit a T-joint. And like I said, it is a recolor of the original red and black costume, so we still have our single joints, but we can cross over a little bit in. We can hit a little bit closer to further in from the 90 degrees, so it'll be about, let's say about 85, 80 degrees, right? Are we wired at the bottom? No, we are not wired at the bottom, but we do have that new deep ab crunch going forward, looking pretty nice there. We can tilt it to the side very easily. Our leg can hit up 90 degrees. We have our shoe with socks here. We do have thigh swivel as well. And we do have double jointed legs. So, let's check about the ankle. Ankle pivot looking real solid there. There we go. So, let me check this out actually. Let me see how you can move, Two-Face. Let me see. Let me see if you got the moves. And I gotta say, this one got the moves. He can move a lot better than what I originally expected. So, your man can square up very nicely with the Batmans. I like where this is going. So let's see how you look. Kind of just doing some classic Dick Sprang style art. Let's actually fold that collar back down back here. Make you look good. So technically, we can actually get some real nice 60s style poses on him, even with these singular joints. I do wish it was double jointed though, but I really like how it really folds out nicely, and it just, I don't know, there's something about this that kind of looks really good. But man, I would pose him so much better with double joints. But look at this. Solid, right? And now that we've talked about the look real quickly, and we had a click into that, we're going to talk about the Batman now. So we're going to leave you all posed up over there, and now we're going to talk about our Golden Age Batman. Now, with Golden Age Batman, this one's a little tricky, because at first I couldn't pinpoint the style of the body, but it does look like it's on the Reeves Superman body that's like slightly modified, right? Then we have our classic trunks, we have our boots and style, but the Golden Age head is really what does it for me, along with the cape, because our cape is completely wired, right? So we actually get real crazy, like we get range on this cape. Like look at that. We're getting a lot of crazy range. Let me back this up. There we go. Look at that. And it's staying just fine. It's not coming down. It's posed up beautifully. I love that we can do this with this cape. And then if we want, we could fold over and really get a nice, good comb over design. And stuff like this that really screams like comic book fun for me. I enjoy the hell out of that. Especially because that Dick Sprang head looks so cool on here. It's like strong jawed, classic, broad, wide Golden Age art. So it's really fun to see it. Then, like I said, we can do the fold over like you originally saw. So we can fold our cape over and make Batman look pretty solid. Now, as far as articulation goes, we can lift our head up. It's on a separate ball joint. We can go down, even with our strong square chin. One thing I do want to talk about is our symbol is actually on the body pretty well. It'll look like it's raised up, almost like it's embedded in there, but it doesn't seem like it's falling off at anything, so, right? But it is embedded on there pretty nicely. We have our ab crunch, we have our double joints, and as you can see, we can actually hit a Y with this guy. Why, Batman, why? Sorry, I kind of want a Riddler. So let's back this up. There we go. We do have gauntlet movement, so our gauntlets can move around just a little bit, right? Oh wait, let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. We do have gauntlet movement. Mine's a little sticky over here, but we do have gauntlet movement, allowing it. We do have bicep swivel. We have a double joint that rotates in. Our cape has knocked down Two-Face. Our ab crunch is phenomenal, as you can see there. We can rotate side to side with no problem and rotate around. Our pleather shorts or jorts can move around a little bit. You got a little bit of wiggle room. We can go and hit the 90 degrees. We do have thigh swivel. We have a beautiful double joint. It'll cause some bunching in the back, so if you feel like it'll cause a little bunching, just raise it up or down. We have boot swivel. And we have super generous ankle pivot. So let's look at that. Let's look at our Batman posed up, hitting that ankle pivot. Let's put our arm down. And now we're doing the martial arts bat punch, right? But technically, ooh, this actually looks really, really solid. Now, if we want some Dick Sprang style art, let's do some flight poses. Cape out, looking very happy. Look at that. Looking real solid there. And our cape is wide, so look at that. We can get some really beautiful movement out of this. Oh, yeah. We can do some landings. This makes me excited, and hopefully one day we'll get like a Robin to go with it. That'll be really dope. But look at this Batman, dog. This thing is solid and nice. So even if you miss out on the original Two-Face, you have a chance for a very nice, better posing. I don't know why, but these colors, I guess, make him really pop better. But this is actually a really nice set for Batman fans to enjoy, especially if you want some comic book styled versions, right? So without further ado, what we are going to do is we're going to jump into those accessories. So let's get started on that. Hey guys, we're going to now jump into the accessories. So let's get started. Just a quick note, Two-Face does not come with any loaded weapons such as guns. But if you conveniently had bought a Mezco double trouble pack, I think this goes pretty well with him. So keep that in mind. It's an expansion pack. I think it'll fit him well. So now we're going to talk about Two-Face's stuff. So here we are with an alternate sculpt for Two-Face. Let's zoom on in. This is our double grit teeth sculpt, right? So this face kind of can't really hide it at all, but I mean this side of his face, I should say. Whereas the normal face is more angry and grit teeth. So now we have it. Again, I think that this sculpt is absolutely beautiful. I think all the sculpts for this Two-Face came out really, really nice, especially with the dual hair color. I don't know who his stylist is, but I'm pretty sure Two-Face like pays a lot for it, right? Then we have our normal sculpt, Harvey Dent. Looking real pretty. Pretty boy Harvey Dent, the DA. Right? Then we will have our briefcase. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Add a little bit of light on there. There we go. And we see our latches here. We can open this up and you'll see the bomb. Classic Dynamite style, right? We're not even going to put the latches back in, right? Oh, by the way, he does come with bandages as well. So you can still do the bandage look. Then we have Harvey's. We have bladed knives for him. We have a coin, and then we have the flipping coin, which is pretty dope because I love that on the original Two-Face. I thought that was super cool. So I'm glad they kind of carried that over even to this one. I'm really glad. Now we're going to talk about the hand accessories for Harvey. You'll get the coin flipping hand, which is technically only for the right hand, because he does the judging. You'll have a larger weapon carrying hand. You will get 2 trigger hands for left and for right. Double the trouble. You'll get coin holding hands. Then you'll get some open relaxed palms. These colors are real nice. By the way, I love the fact that he has both a brown and a black shoe. My man is very fashion forward. You'll have coin enjoyment hand, which is what I'm going to call it, because it's like he's toying with the coin, deciding. And then this is why the other one was a coin flipping hand, because this hand is the coin catching hand. So keep that in mind. Next up, we're going to go over the accessories for the Batman. The Batman. So first up, we have our Bat Communicator, which can plug into the belt for a Batman. So we have a Bat Communicator, and this actually can latch on right in front of the belt and literally seem like it's not even there. I may even leave it on there, as you can see right there. Look at that. Seamless, baby. Seamless. Right? Looking real good. Let's leave Batman. Let's move Harvey a little further back. Move Batman a little further back. And we're going to talk about the rest of the stuff. Next up, let's go over his sculpt. So now we have that smiling sculpt. There we go. Looking real solid. Like I said, man, this man has the strongest chin ever. This reminds me of Batman Brave and the Bold, which I enjoyed as both a comic and as a show. So I really do like the vibe that I'm getting from this overall. Next, we have that grit teeth sculpt. This is what happens if you actually get the Batman angry. Then we have our beautiful square-jawed Bruce Wayne. This is definitely Brave and the Bold vibes, if you didn't get it before. There's also a rollback cowl for that moment when you have the unmasked head on. You will also get one more head that is a neutral head, right? And the reason why I like this neutral head is because when you have the bat rebreather, because it's Golden Age Batman and everything starts with a bat in front of it. So I want to show you that the bat rebreather is really dope. But I really enjoyed the fact that, for the most part, it's magnetized, right? And you're not going to see it here, but it's definitely magnetized to hold on. So bat rebreathing is a plus, A++. Also on the Batman set, you'll get 2 punch effects in yellow, comic styled, right? With those, you'll also have 2 of these, and these will latch on at any pretty much part, the impart effect right there, like so. You'll get a large one and a smaller one. These can be used for both Toothface and Batman, but they do come in the Batman side of the packaging. I'll even show a picture of the box at the end, because you guys like boxes so much. So, we have some flight hands, or martial arts karate chopping hands, whichever ones you want to prefer to call them. We have our, I'm going to call these both cape holding hands and batarang holding hands, for depending on what you want to do. Because these hands have slits here, here, and here, so you can kind of have a different set of things to do with them. These are specifically batarang holding hands, for obvious reasons, right? And then we have our open action hands, looking really good and solid. Then, last but not least, the sets of batarangs. And this is where it gets really cool, right? You'll get a modernized batarang. You'll get a homing batarang, which is a more classic one, I should say. One that matches the chest, so I'm going to call this the classic one. And then you get the fold-up batarang. This one actually folds up, right? Then you'll get a throwing one, right? And this is the wired one, so it actually holds because it's on a wire. And then you'll get the string one in case you want to wrap up your opponent. Oop, and now I'm wrapping myself up. And then you'll get a throwing one. This is also wired. It's really long wired as well. As well as a stringed one. So you do have plenty of options and plenty of cool things that's going to come in this set. If you're like a Dick Sprang fan or a comic fan, this is definitely going to be a set for you, especially if you like older comics. Or, you just wanted a Toothface or a Golden Age Batman. Either way, this is kind of one of those sets that's very specific to either artists or comic book readers, but it's still an overall really nice set to have. I didn't think I'd have this much fun with it, but shooting it was a ton of fun. And I'm even more happy with the cape now because I have way more ideas now about it. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is we're going to jump into the size comparison. I'm going to try to compare the different lines, and I guess compared to some of his modern villains, I guess. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, what we're gonna do now is jump into the size comparison. So before I begin any of that, the one thing I want to do is we're gonna toss you to the side ever so gently. I do want to talk about the fact that we're gonna size up our Two Faces, right? And I modified my shoes on this one, but as you can see, they're different sculpts, but the heads are still compatible, right? Let's actually see if I can zoom in ever so gently. There we go, much better look. And we're gonna swap the heads out real quickly. I'm gonna lift it up, ooh, on a tripod, ooh yeah, right? Then we're gonna swap out our heads so we can get a look at what both of them look like with our comic head and our modern sculpt, right? So we're gonna swap our bad boys out. And I know I should have used the other heads, but I wasn't thinking about that until after I already started recording. So I'm just gonna play through it that way in my head. Gonna swap this out. Oh wow, these both look really solid. Like you can actually get away with like a lot of fun on both of these. Like cause they both look really, really good. Wow. This is actually a nice and drastic change because I don't know if anybody read the John Romita Batman run. I forgot the name of that run. But it was like Batman versus KG Beast in that run, which was dope as hell. But Two-Face had a look similar to this, even with the green side of the face. And I just really like how this looks preposterous in every which way, but for some reason it just works for me. So I just want to show off that before we jump into the size comparison. So I thought that was dope to do. So now I'm going to zoom out just a little bit and let's resume our regular function, right? Pop this out. One really cool thing about all this is that I've been learning a bunch of videography techniques and stuff like that. At least stuff that'll just help me be a little bit better about this. And I just like how this one is coming out, for the most part, with a lot of really good quality. So shout out to all those people that helped me get along with that. Next up, we have Christopher Reeve Superman, which actually is a slightly thinner body, but similar to the Batman body. But as you can see, those guys size out pretty well. Here we are with KG Beast. He's pretty modern, but he looks really good with Two-Face, right? He's actually pretty good. Wow. These guys actually size out pretty well. Just overall looking really good. Then we're going to do a Brave and the Bold team up. And this is an inside joke for those of you that have watched the cartoon. I'm definitely going to have those two team up. That's just so much fun waiting to happen. Here we are with Mezco Joker. Top hat included, right? Oop, knock something down. Here we are with Mezco Catwoman, right? Looking tiny. Then we have, oh, and this one was important to me. I wanted to throw the Ascending Knight in there so we can see what the Ascending Knight body looks like next to the Brave and the Bold body. I kind of want to test out swapping those heads. So let's do that very quickly. I've never seen that or tried to do that. And it actually doesn't fit. It's a completely different head. So the ball joint is actually different. So it doesn't sit pretty well at all. But if we sit it up a little bit higher, nah, it just wouldn't work. So let's pop that head back on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sign these guys up next to other stuff. So let's get to it. Here is a Mafex Dark Knight Rising. I figured strong chin dudes should stick together, right? So that's with the Mafex Dark Knight. Here we are with a G.I. Joe classified Zartan. And the G.I. Joe stuff is actually pretty big. At least Zartan is, right? Let's remove these two. Next up we have, we have a McFarlane Azrael. I don't know why I chose Azrael. I guess he was the last one that I have. So here we are with Azrael looking gigantic next to them. Then we have a Mythic Legions, my Kit Bash Knight, whose legs I've pretty much worn out at this point. Ooh, what else can we use? Oh, here is a Hasbro Lightning Collection Cog, right? And then we have a Spider-Man. Oh, how could I forget? We have a main man Slaughter from Action Force. Size up as well. And these guys size up pretty well. Ooh. Ichigo scared me as he meowed and rubbed on me. Hey, my little blind buddy, give me one sec. Next up, we have an articulated icons ninja. This is left over from my Storm Shadow review, right? Tiny boys, but ninjas look really cool fighting things. Last but not least, I'm gonna size them up with my main man, Kamen Rider Kuga. Always and usually the smallest of the bunch, but he's the man of 20,000 skills. So yeah. Overall, this has been super fun to sit down and review. Learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about just having some fun. It's getting good to have fun with this again. So yeah, that's good. Like a second win, right? Or at least a fifth win for me. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for enjoying. If you haven't, go out and buy some Dick Sprang comic books. Golden Age Batman, leaning into the Silver Age. Lots of good fun stuff. He even did a bunch of stuff in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I think most recently he did some stuff, I think in the 90s before he passed later on. But it's just fun to see how art evolves and how people evolve and their styles evolve. And it's great to see progress with a bunch of those things. So hopefully you can do those things within yourself and around the others that you care and love for. So as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.